person's worth is in their character. A person's worth is in what they value. Their value system is very important. And once you understand that your worth is in your value system, even in the course of you looking for that material wealth, you will be able to hold other people at a level of respect and kindness and goodness, because you understand their worth is not pegged on what they have, but it is pegged on how they behave, how they carry themselves, and what they hold dear. Hello, Mirembe Mwesi, Mirembe Handi. Welcome to Nabire Chesa TV, where humility plus simplicity equals authenticity. My name is Mildred Chesa. I am a life, marriage, and relationship coach by experience and a broadcast journalist by profession. On today's topic, we're going to discuss about worth. What is your worth? What do you understand by worth? What is your value? When you say that you're declaring your worth, do you consider your worth being in material things, or the way people respect you, or how kind you are? What makes you feel that now this is what you're worth? Many people put their worth in material things, and that is how generally we've been brought up in our society. A rich person is looked up, it is looked up to, and many people feel like when you're rich or wealthy, your worth goes up, regardless of how you behave, regardless of how you treat people. As long as you're rich or wealthy, people will hold you highly. Therefore, for many of us, growing up, we knew that for somebody to feel worthy, you had to really have a lot of money. You had to really have so many properties, and automatically people would revere you. People would do anything you want because you're up there in the upscale levels of the society. But when we look at it and scrutinize it, is it really the truth that a person's worth should really lie on their material wealth, should really lie on what they have? In my opinion, I feel like when we quantify people, we miss the authentic meaning of worth, because we now concentrate on what people can acquire. And that is why we find that in many cases, um, people with wealth and material abilities get away with so many things because they've been valued by the society, and nothing can erase that. Let's say, for example, you go to families where um, someone who is rich in the family or wealthy, their opinion is held highly. Even when it doesn't matter, it's really held highly just because they have money or they're wealthy. And therefore, it begs the question, what is really the worth of a person? You will find that even when we are growing up, some kid, some kids will be ashamed to even allow their friends or their friends know where they come from or where they live, simply because they come from poor families. And because poverty has been linked with worthlessness, it is very easy for those kids to grow up thinking that they are not worthy. And they struggle and strive to make sure that they have money so that the society can accept them, or the society can see them as worthy. And that is a mistake because we get lost in looking for material wealth and looking for all those things to make us feel worthy, but we lose the real meaning of self worth. For me, self worth is how someone carries themselves, whether they have money or they do not have money. Because when we peg worth on material things, then you find that that brings a big gap between people. You will find that when there are functions in families, those who have will be placed at the high table, and those who don't have will be placed at the low rudder. They'll be the ones doing the hard work, they'll be the ones being sent everywhere. And it's not that they are not worth anything, it is just because of their them not being able to afford certain things, or their financial level being at the lower rudder, that makes them be put in that situation of not belonging at the top. But if you're really intelligent, you will understand that a person's worth is in their character. A person's worth is in what they value. Their value system is very important. And once you understand that your worth is in your value system, even in the course of you looking for that material wealth, you will be able to hold other people at a level of respect and kindness and goodness, because you understand their worth is not pegged on what they have, but it is pegged on how they behave, how they carry themselves, and what they hold dear. Therefore, when you're really trying to find yourself and what you are worth, if you start checking on your values as a person, are you kind? Are you patient? Are you considerate? Do you have emotional intelligence? Do you have empathy? Are you able to look at another human being from a level of understanding, instead of from a level of, before I know What I hear you. What do you have? What are you bringing to the table? Therefore, what you are worth is how you carry yourself, is how you treat others. And that is why you will find that many people, when they are choosing partners or when they are choosing friends, they will be ashamed of choosing someone who is um, who the society has placed in the upper radar because they come from the lower radar, and they will be like they don't belong because of what their material worth. And also those people who are in the higher radar because of the material wealth will be looking down upon those in the lower radar because of material things, and not really look into the character of this person. And you will see that when people are looking for partners, the insecurity of the worthlessness of where they come from because of their background checks in. And that is the problem of only valuing yourself or feeling worth because of material wealth, or because of your background, or because of what the society has pegged. You find that somebody is very intelligent, has everything going for them, but just because they come from a poor background, they come from a poor family, they feel like they cannot go out with someone who comes from a high place of material things, because they feel like they will be looked down upon, which is a very it's a true statement, and it's coming from a very good place, because that is how the society has placed us in terms of worth, in terms of value. But if we were to really, and that is why you see many relationships are not working, because everything is pegged on quantity instead of quality. Because for me, I feel like my worth is my quality, not my quantity. What am I bringing to the table in terms of kindness, in terms of understanding, in terms of emotional intelligence, in terms of my goodwill, like all those my attitude, all those good attributes of a human being makes me feel that when I meet people, I will not look at the material part of their life. I will look at the attributes they bring, the value systems they have placed themselves in. Because I feel like the people who maybe have a lot of money, are wealthy, and all that, are most of the time tolerated even with the worst attributes. Even when they mistreat others, they're not called out, because they have been valued because of quantity and not quality. You go to a birthday party, you feel like you're somebody who is poor, you will see like people will contribute less, because the poor will not mind anything you give them is worth, because they don't have. But you'll see they will contribute a lot to the richer people, because they want the rich people to accept them, to see that they are in their radar. And that is where we go wrong. When you contribute maybe uh, into whatever is happening around people, look into their character. Are they people who are worth giving a lot? Because, okay, there are some who are poor, but they are not worth giving a lot because of their character. They will blow it away on some frivolous things. So, check someone's character and see, are they worth my contribution in large sums, not looking at where they are at in the society to say, if this one, even if I give them something small, they will still appreciate. But check, you can give them something big that will change their lives because of their character, because of their worth, because they are people who believe in values despite their level of poverty. And therefore, it is important to understand, what is your worth? Is it in material things or is it in character? Do you quantify your worth or qualify your worth? And once you answer these two, you will be able to understand where you want to belong in terms of what you hold worthy. And you will never feel less because you don't have this or that, because there are some things you have that are of quality. And you will not be identified by only the material side of what people think is worth. That was all for today. Thanks for joining us. Until next time, stay simple. Remember to like, share, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification button so that whenever we upload a video, you will be notified. Kwaheri.